Is Jason Capital real or fake? Let's talk about that. Hey, my name is Abbassi, and in today's video we're going to talk about Jason Capital and how you can use what he has done to create massive amounts of success and have the lifestyle that he wants. Now, this video might be biased because I actually know Jason. I've met him on multiple occasions and have been able to hang out with him, fortunately. And so I wanted to take what I noticed from his character, from how he moves, how he talks, and show you how you guys can do the same to create massive amounts of success in your life and also become a higher value man to have the lifestyle that you essentially want. Starting off with number one is eye contact.
What's going on? It's Jason Capital. How are you?
He knows how to use eye contact to create deep levels of rapport. You know, when he is looking and talking to someone, his attention is fully on that person and he is looking deep into their eyes. And when you can do this, you're going to be able to create connection with people really, really easily, and they're going to feel like they are literally the center of the world. And if you can influence people in this way, where you can directly look them in the eyes and give them that direct eye contact, you're going to be able to influence them a lot easier. And so if you have this power, you're going to be able to make more sales, make more money, have higher quality relationships, and using eye contact to his advantage is one of his strongest traits. Number two, which is something that we obviously need to talk about, is his vocal tonality. He has a very deep, resonant voice, and he also knows how to change his pitch to basically capture people's attention, but also keep it.
They changed how loud they spoke. They adjusted the volume of their voice to match who they perceive to be the highest status person there, or even in that conversation. They slowed down or they sped up to match and mirror the highest status person there. They copied, they changed, they were affected by the highest status person there. It's like them saying, the way I talk isn't that good, I'm gonna copy you. You're my God now. The higher status people in the room, what they found is that these people were unaffected by anyone else in the room.
And the truth is, if you have a deep resonant voice, people are going to pay attention to you more, and they're also going to respect you. And on top of that, if you change your pitch often when you're actually speaking, which is essentially what I'm doing right now, I'm changing my pitch from high to all of a sudden low. It makes sure that people's brains are basically paying attention to you, because our brains, when we see patterns, we tend to stop listening, or we tend to stop paying attention. So the fact that he's always changing his pitch makes it so that he captures people's attention, and he keeps it because he's constantly breaking pattern. And this is what we call a pattern interrupt, and he uses it with his voice at a very, very high level. Number three is state transfer.
Let's give our partners some love. 1, 2, 3. All right, so what did you learn? What did you notice, Dave?
It was hard.
It was hard. Can I make an observation real quick? This was amazing. I didn't tell anyone to do this, but I counted 11 people here who, when you were doing that exercise, you had your hands in your pockets. Raise your hand if you had your hands in your pockets that you can remember. I know some of you may not even, you were doing it, you don't even know. You don't even know. Some of you don't even know that you were doing it. Didn't even know you're doing it.
And this is something that I personally experienced being around Jason, is the fact that when you're around him, he has a very high level of energy, and he is very certain when he talks and he communicates. And the fact that he's very certain and he has high levels of energy makes you feel that way as well. And if you can make other people feel certain in themselves, if you can make other people feel good and confident and higher energy, they're going to be very, very drawn towards you, and they're going to want to do business with you or be in a relationship with you or whatever it is that you want basically out of the other person. And so if you can use your personal state and how you're feeling and change it quickly to change other people's states, then you will be able to influence them a lot easier. Number 4 is he is always in motion.
And I say this because we're going to be talking about specific things to say and techniques to use coming up. But if you're so worried what the other person thinks, are you going to be able to use those techniques? No, right? And if you're so worried about what the other person thinks that you can't even use those techniques, aren't you already admitting that their status is higher than yours? Their positioning is higher than yours? Yes. Who here has ever learned a good technique and then not used it because you were kind of afraid to say it or kind of afraid to do it? Just be fucking honest. Keep the hands up, look around this room, you'll learn more from looking at them than you will from me.
And if you look at some of his Instagram videos, he is always moving. And the fact that he is always moving in his online videos, and I think he does this in person as well, it makes you want to know what he's doing. And he uses that curiosity bias, and I've talked to him about this before, where he actually told me when he makes videos and they put layovers of him just literally walking around and doing stuff, it increases retention because people become curious about what you're doing, even though if you're not doing anything. And the fact that he's always in motion, he is always moving, probably affects his state and makes other people feel good, but also it makes you curious about where's this guy going? What is he doing? And because of that curiosity, you're investing in the other person, and therefore they can influence you a lot easier. And last but not least, using his physiology.
A preframe is like, here's what is about to happen, here's what this all kind of means, right? What I said was, what I'm about to tell you may sound a little bit fucked up. You guys remember that part? Right? And so that's kind of setting the frame. What the other thing it does is it kind of sets expectation, right? Like, if I hadn't said that and then I told you the rest, you may respond, fuck you, Jason. But because you've prepared me for this, it's like the whole, hey, before I tell you this, can you sit down?
If you take a look at how he stands, his chest is very puffed out. He's very open in his body language. And when you do this, you allow other people to be confident in you and also comfortable in you because they're like, oh, there's nothing that this guy's hiding. When you have a closed chest and closed arms, other people think that you're hiding something or that you're in your head or that you're not certain in yourself. But the fact that his chest is always out and his body language is very open, it makes other people feel certain in him, and it also allows them to feel comfortable. And if you can make other people feel comfortable, especially if you're talking to women or if you're talking to people that you're trying to do business with or you're trying to get a job, whatever it is, you want to have an open body language with your chest out to portray that you're comfortable in that situation and that you're certain in that situation. And essentially, that's going to allow the other person to feel a lot more comfortable. So let's go over this a little bit. I know this was kind of clickbait. You were probably hoping that I was going to talk smack about him, but let's go over the traits that we can use to become higher value men ourselves. First of all is eye contact. You want to use eye contact to make the other person feel that they're the only person in the world. Second is his vocal tonality, having a deep resonant voice and constantly changing pitch to maintain attention. Third is state transfer. So being in a good state, high energetic state, allows other people to feel that as well. Fourth is being always in motion and showing yourself always moving and doing things. And last but not least, having an open body language, pushed out chest, which creates certainty and confidence in not only yourself, but other people. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that subscribe button. And I'm curious, who do you want me to break down next? Put it in the comment section below, and we will talk soon. Take care.